with the murder case of Kwanongo. So I have perused the docket 163/04/2018, and I have confirmed that Mr. Buthelezi was sentenced to life. Can you confirm that?
Ubukade ukhuluma ngokuboshwa kukamangalelwa wesibini kulecala lika laseNongoma la ukuthi sengibonile ukuthi uqiniselani yena wagwetshwa udili kajele iqiniso uthi yena.
He was actually convicted on 6 counts, my lord. Yesterday I made a mistake of not checking the B section where the sentence was actually recorded and also stamped by the High Court of Pietermaritzburg. So he was sentenced on 6 counts, including a murder charge and obvious ammunitions and other counts. But they are all listed here in Council of Sin.
Yeah, just mention them because I'm not aware of it.
Uqiniselani yena ugwetshwe kwamacala waye ulahla amacala ayisithupha. La ukuthi izolo ngikhohliwe ukuwasho kanti inkosi enkantolo ithi ubabudinda awasho.
My lord, he was convicted on count 1, which is a count of murder, read with section 51 subsection 1 and part 1 of the schedule 2 of the Act 105 of 1967 and further read with section 258 of Act 51 of 1977, and on that sentence the accused is sentenced to undergo life imprisonment.
Icala lokuqala lokubulala umangalelwa yena uye wagwetshwa udili kajele.
Then count 2, attempted murder, read with section 258 of Act 51 of 1977. Accused is sentenced to undergo 7 years imprisonment.
Elesibini lokuzama ukubulala umangalelwa uye wagwetshwa iminyaka eyisikhombisa.
Count 3, contravention of section 3, read with section 1, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and 103 as well as 107, 120, bracket 1, subsection A, 121, read with schedule 4 and section 151 of the Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, read with section 51 subsection 2 and part 2 of the schedule 2 of the Act of 105 of 1997, further read with section 250 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1997, unlawful possession of firearm. On that count, the accused is sentenced to undergo 15 years imprisonment.
Kwicala lesithathu uqiniselane lokutholakala ephethe isibhamu esingekho emthethweni yena wagwetshwa iminyaka eyi-15.
Count 4, contravention of section 90, read with section 1, section 102, section 117, section 120, subsection 1, paragraph A, section 121, read with schedule 4 and section 151 of the Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, and further read with section 250 of Act 51 of 1977, possession of unlawful ammunition. The accused is sentenced to undergo 2 years imprisonment.
Qiniselani kwicala lokuphatha inhlamvu ebezikade zingekho emthethweni uye wagwetshwa iminyaka emibili.
On count 11, my lord, contravention of section 3 read with section 1, 17, 18, 19, 20, 103, 117, 120, subsection 1, paragraph A, 121, read with schedule 4 of section 151 of the Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, read with section 51, subsection 2 and part 2 of schedule 2 of Act 105 of 1997, further read with section 250 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977, unlawful possession of a firearm. The accused is sentenced to undergo 15 years imprisonment.
Kaleni lesine ukubamba isibhamu ebesikade singekho emthethweni yena uye wagwetshwa iminyaka eyi-15 ngisho yena uqiniselani.
And then the last count 12, my lord, alternative contravention of section 4.1, paragraph 4, F, subsection 4, read with section 1, 17, 18, 19, 20, 103, 117, 120, and 121, read with section 4 of the Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, read with section 5.1 subsection 2 and part of schedule 2 of the Act 105 of 1997, and further read with section 250 of Act 51 of 1977, possession of prohibited firearm to with firearm with serial number erased, and there the accused is sentenced to undergo 2 years imprisonment. That is the sentence, my lord.
Wagwetshwa iminyaka emibini ukuphatha isibhamu ebesikade singavunyelwanga, ubekade leso sibhamu amanombolo waso asuliwe, yena ugwetshwe iminyaka emibini uqiniselana.
So I just want to find out if the date in which this accused was sentenced.
My lord, so according to the date of the but now this is not the original, it's the one that I had here. Oh yes, according to the stamp, my lord, from the Pietermaritzburg High Court, clerk of the court, my lord, it's 2022-03-23, so 2022 March the 25th.
Ummangalelwa yena wagwetshwa ke nge-25 zika March ku-2022.
Yes. So he was the only accused person in that matter, according to the information contained in the docket.
I can only confirm that he was the only one convicted, my lord. I can't say if someone else was perhaps not acquitted, because I didn't attend that matter, my lord. It was not our matter.
Uyena yedwa na ummangalelwa obekade ethweswe lamacala uthi brigadier, mina ngingasho ngithi uyena yedwa obekade egwetshiwe, angazi ukuthi bakhona abanye ngoba mina angizange ngiye kulelo cala.
All right. Insofar as accused number 2 is concerned, under that cast number, how is he linked?
Well, I know that is linked by a witness, my lord. According to counsel has seen it. He was arrested. That's why Sergeant Mkhane and Mapena arrested him. There is a statement of a person who links him on a number of issues. That he was participating, or rather alleged to have been participating unlawfully on, my lord.
Manje kuleli cala la kwaNongoma uNtanzi uhlangana njani nalo? Uthi ubrigadier uhlanganiswa ukuthi kunofakazi owayenza istatement statement ekuthi sikhuluma ngokuthi uNtanzi yena wenzeni lelo cala la kwaNongoma.
In addition, my lord, there was this intelligence, the late Sergeant Mapena was from Crime Intelligence, so I know that they were working on intelligence-driven operation as well, insofar as accused 2 is concerned, my lord.
Futhi mufi uSergeant Mapena wayekade esebenzisana wayekade kuyiphoyisa elisebenzisana naboqwepheshe bamaphoyisa naye ubekade eyingxenye yokuphenya lelo cala.
So when looking at the statements of the arresting officers under the docket, it has been stated that the sentenced accused, Buthelezi, was arrested on a J50 warrant of arrest. Have you seen that?
I've seen when I was basically perusing the docket, my lord, but like I said, this is not my matter. And the matter is assigned to Sergeant Mkhane, and then in case it is investigated by other people. But yes, I've seen a statement that seems to talk to that, my lord.
Ubonile na ukuthi uqiniselani Buthelezi yena ubekade eboshwe ngemva kokuthi kuye kwakhishwa noma kwatholwa incwadi egunyazwa ukuthi aboshwe. Uthi lokho ngikubonile kodwa akulona icala emina bengisebenza kulo. Kodwa ngibonile lento eweyibuzayo.
And I'm saying this, my lord, because I don't want to speculate or state certain things on those matters as a fact when I was not privy to. I can talk to 636 because I'm directly involved. Here, I just came with the docket because I was asked to, so I I can assist the court as much as I can, my lord, but I can't commit on certain aspects that I'm really not 100% privy to.
Futhi ke khona lapho angifune ukuqagela izinto ekuthi lezo ngizibonile ingakho ngingafuni ukuqagela ngikhulume izinto engingazazi mina ngifuna ukusiza inkantolo ngakho konke engingakwazi ukuthi ngiyisize ngakho.
But Mr. Kinenda, there's one problem I have in relation to the evidence of Sergeant Mkhane. When we confronted him with the information relating to case number 163, he kept on saying everything is with Brigadier Kinenda. The docket is with Brigadier Kinenda, to the extent that he failed to secure the docket until he concluded his. Who must we rely on between you and the evidence of Sergeant Mkhane?
My lord, I can say before Sergeant Mkhane concluded, I think on the last day, the docket was found, before his evidence was concluded, and I spoke to Advocate Baloyi about it. It is true, my lord, that he had difficulty in accessing where the docket was kept with other dockets in the safe. There was difficulty in terms of locating, because during that time, the person, if I recall, was in possession of that key, was not around. They've undergone investigation out of the province. That was the challenge, not that the docket was with me personally. No, it wasn't with me, my lord.
Manje phakathi kwakho no Sergeant Mkhane sikholwe bani ngoba ngalesikhathi ela ubekade ethi akakwazi ukuthola idokodo ngoba likuwe. Manje ubrigadier uphendula uthi uyakhumbula ukuthi ngaphambi kokuthi uSergeant Mkhane aqede ubufakazi bakhe uyiye latholakala idokodo ngoba ngalesikhathi elibele phana ngobufakazi umuntu obekade ephethe iskhiya salapho sala amadocket ahlala khona bekade engekho ingakho bekade ehlupheka ukuthi atholele le dokodo.
I'm putting to you that after perusal of the docket, there's nothing, absolutely nothing, directly or indirectly, that links accused number 2 with the murder case.
The statement, my lord, the statement mentioned his name. It implicates him, and Sergeant Mkhane also disposed the affidavit. A warning statement was taken from accused 2. I can take it insofar as that. If counsel then wants to question the extent of the evidence, I think the IO will be a better person to take it further, my lord.
Ngiyakutshela ngiyakwazisa futhi nokuthi mangiqeda ukufunda leli yadokodo ayikho into ebandakanisa uNtanzi naleli dokodo lakwaNongoma. Uma ephendula ubrigadier uthi istatement siyasho futhi siphinda sichaze negama likaNtanzi nokuthi wenzeni. Uma ingabe ummeli angafuna ukuthi lelo daba alibuze futhi azalibuze futhi angahle usajeni loyana oyenze istatement nalabo abanye angakwazi ukuthi nabo ababuze kodwa ubrigadier uthi yena ufakaza ngalokho akubona manje.
Thank you. Brigadier, the matter has been finalized in Pietermaritzburg High Court. Was there any application for separation of trials if there were more than one accused persons?
No, not from us. Like I said, my lord, it's a number of dockets. I know that insofar as accused 2, a counsel has seen the statement. He would have seen that there are a number of names mentioned there. It's not only him, and I don't want to go there unless I'm asked, my lord. And they are mentioned in relation to a number of dockets that were committed in different places, different provinces. Those dockets, some of them, and most of them were collected dockets. Those that were sub judice copies were collected at the time, and then later, not to disturb those proceedings, original were collected. And we're of the view, my lord, because of security reason, safety reason, the magnitude of the perpetrators or suspects that were involved there, that we should rather try and conclude the investigation, present the docket to the DPP for centralization, so that when you move on one jurisdiction, because otherwise we'd have had a situation where, for example, accused number 1 is taken all over the country, my lord. By so doing, beside the cost implication, there's a risk factor, because the crimes involved are very, very serious and dangerous cases involved. We're talking about premeditated murders, firearms being involved, small firearms, ammunition, high-profile individuals being assassinated across the country. It's not an easy situation where you can just separate. There's a risk factor that needed to be considered.
Manje njengoba kunommangalelwa oyedwa oye wakwetshwa kuye kwaba mhlawumbe isicelo sokuthi lamacala ahlukaniswe uthi ubrigadier cha ngoba leli cala icala ukuthi kunabantu abaningi ababandakanyekayo kulo leli cala akusuntanzi yedwa maningi amagama akhulunyiwe akafune kuwasho ngaphandle kokuthi inkosi yenkantolo ingathi awasho lawo magama ngoba abantu abaningi futhi amacala ambalwa noma amaningi ayekuthi ayenzekile eindaweni ezihlukile ingakho ukuthi akuzange kuthiwa lo muntu uNtanzi aze ahlanganiswe kuwo wonke lamacala ngoba bekwamele ukuthi asuswe endaweni kusuka kule ndawo aye kwenye indawo lokho kwamele kuvikelwe futhi abantu naye avikelwe ngoba kungamacala amaningi ahlanganisa ibhamu nezinhlamvu ukuthi zikhona kuwo lawo macala la.
Mr. Brigadier Gininda, let me just be honest to you to say there's only one statement under 163 which mentions the name of Ntanzi, and that statement, that single statement, is attached to 3 other different dockets, and it relates to the merits on 163. I'm not sure whether you made copies and attached to other dockets that does not relate with other cases, but the subject of what I'm concerned about is that there's only one statement by Simpiwe Buthelezi who only talks about something you overheard.
I don't agree. That's not my understanding of what the statement says, my lord. It's not something that he overheard. That's the first part. Then the second part, in that statement, he talks about various issues. He mentions issues of murder. He mentions issues of hits in the taxi-related environment. He mentions issues of firearms. And that is why those statements, and in the warning statement, my lord, when accused 2 was questioned, he was questioned in relation to different cases. Those cases are mentioned in the warning statement. Counsel have seen them. So that is why the statements relate to different matters. It was made by one person, but it implicates accused 2 with other people on various different matters, including the 163 docket.
Chike ummeli yena uma ebuka kune statement esodwa ukuthi sikhuluma ngoNtanzi kodwa leso statement sifakwe kumadokodo ahlukile. Ubrigadier uma iphendula uthi uyala leso statement akusona statement esifanayo kulamadokodo. Statement ukuthi lo muntu wakabuthelezi ushilo ukuthi kwenzakeleni futhi amacala ahlukile kuhlanganisa amacala wokubulala, amacala weyibhamu, amacala weyinhlamvu, amacala ahlukile ukuthi uButhelezi ukhulume ngawo ingakho istatement zihlukile. And my lord, the accused is raising his hand.